Hello, 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 my lovely little nightmares. Alright, so here's the dealio, my little Briskowskis, my lovely little nightmareses, my buddies, yeah. So I have logged on the server a couple times. The issue is that instead of working on like anything particularly useful, I was trying to work on collecting more flowers for the plant room that has like all the flowers and other plants and stuff. And so I have completed one of the chests. The dandelions have been completely collected. So then I was trying to work on the azures, but they're surprisingly hard to find after you get to this point. So, and I was like, you know what? I really do need to work on my treasure room. And so I have started working on it, and I've been clearing out space to make the sugarcane farm. I don't know if I have enough sand for it, is the thing. And along with that is also the fact that it's gonna take a while to figure out the exact shape and stuff that I want to do, because I want it to be as good of an output as possible. Anyways, so with that in mind, I think we should just go ahead and go out and collect some sanders. Just to be on the safe side. So we could either collect some red sand that's close to Quevey space, or, and also just regular sand. Or we could try and find sand that's close to my base, which would be this beach over here. I don't know. Either way, I need to get sand, and I need to do stuff. So, I need to find a place to dump all this random stone that I have on me. Yeah, so that's the plan here. That was the plan. Unbelievable. Yeah, so I measured out the room to be the same size as the cactus room. It took a bit of digging. Now I just need to redo the floors. I want to raise the walls up a little bit so that the sugarcane isn't just touching the roof. That'd be nice. I want to lift up the roof of that room to be 4 blocks tall instead of 3 blocks tall. And then I want to go from there to figuring out the placement of the water and the sand that'll make it most functionally output-y. So that means I'm gonna need a bit of sand and I'm gonna need water. I'm gonna need an infinite water pool to work on that. And I'm also going to need to dig out more rooms to make other little farms. Because I want the farms to be somewhat big, but I also want them to be super duper duper super duper functional. Drowning. Anyways, more flowers. I don't need any more dandelions. I do need all the other flowers. Any other flowers? No. Anyways. And so I need to work on that. Back off. Leave me alone. I'm busy. Ow. It bit me. What the heck? Anyways. So, yeah, that's what's going on around for series. I have not been recording for it because it takes an hour to record, and that means I need an hour-long stretch of nothing going on around me. And I've also been trying to get back into playing Genshin because I really want the Traveler's new skin, and I hadn't been playing the the Archon Quest for quite some time, so I'm kind of a little bit behind on that. The first I was getting to Nodcry, that's it. On my second account, the farthest I got was finishing the Inazuma Archon Quest, and that was it. Which means I'm on to Sumeru, but I want to get the entirety of the Inazuma map unlocked. To do that, I need to do that one world quest on the island that's all shadowy and stuff. And the underground abandoned city, kingdom, whatever thing. And that one I don't particularly care about because other than getting the fish there. I don't particularly need to go there anytime soon. And so that one I don't mind putting off a bit, but I do need to do the world quest for the Thunderbirds home island. It was originally the home island for it. The big old fog. And the reason why I need to do that one absolutely 100% is because of the fact that there is an ascension plant there that I need for Toma. Toma's ascension plant, the mushroom, is there. And I can't get close enough to the mushroom without doing that world quest. Even then, I have to do the entirety of the world quest to be able to get as much mushroom as I'm going to need to level him up as high as possible. On my side account, on my main account, I have that island completed, finished already, because I did that like forever ago. But on my side account, where I have Aether as my traveler instead of Lumine, I still have a lot of stuff to do. Oh, I'm in the water. Because I only made that side account because of the fact that I was stuck on a particular quest thingy in my player's teapot that required me to go to another player's teapot and buy from the traveling merchant. And I could not do that as long as none of my friends would let me onto their teapot. So, because no matter what I did, I could not convince them to just let me on their teapot. I decided it would be much faster to just make a second account just for that. And now I'm using the second account to get more character. Okay, I'm using it for like the battle pass a little bit. Sometimes I keep forgetting to do so actually. But I'm using it a little bit for the battle pass and a little bit to try and get more characters. And also replay some of the game again because it's fun. I like Genshin. The thing is that sometimes I just don't really feel like playing quests because they take literal hours. Okay, because the day before yesterday, for when this video comes out, it would be the day before yesterday. So the day before yesterday, I was doing the introduction Notcry quest with the what's it called? The moon relic thing, and kept being asked, "Are you in the middle of something, or can you help me with something? Are you still in the middle of your thing, or can you help me with something?" I was like, "I'm in the middle of a cutscene," and I was doing the domain for Lumine and Aether, and then she asked again a bit later, and I was like, I'm still doing the world quest, and it was like a couple hours later, and I was like on the last bit on infiltrating the Quevey headquarters, and it's just, it takes literal hours to do our conquests, and so for those, I really, really need a lot of time to be able to complete them, because sometimes it's just one scene just going on for literally an hour, and sometimes it's multiple scenes that are all deeply connected, and I need to make sure that I do them all in one go, or else I'll forget what I'm doing, and then I'm going to be confused, I'm just going to be stumbling through it. I still don't know how the heck you're supposed to do the game mechanic of Nodcry, like, at all. I cannot for the life of me seem to figure out how to get it to work. I'm like, maybe it would work better if I was playing it on my phone. Because I seem to be better at playing Genshin on my phone, but I don't have enough space on my phone to play Genshin anymore. For like quite some time now. And so that means that I can only play it on my computer. And so I've been stuck with that. That is so very frustrating. Oh, there's a little pig here. Guys. Oh, the sand. Oh, the sand. I need to get down there. Can we help? I seem to be stuck. No. I know I can do this. I know I can do this. No. Am I just bad at parkour, or is this actually impossible? No, I think I can do this. I think I can. I need to be able to sprint jump, I think. This is like a, what, 1, 2... This is a 4-block jump. This is a 4-block jump. by all intents and purposes, from what I've heard from multiple hardcore map videos, this should be doable. I did it! I did it! Ayo! Ayo! I did it! Mission accomplished. I got out of the pit. Anyways, so then, what was I saying? Yeah, right, yeah. So, I need a lot of time to be able to complete the Archon quest. And it's very frustrating how long it takes to do them, because that means I could either do them when my family's home and be asked repeatedly, are you in the middle of something? Are you in the middle of something? Are you in the middle of something? Yes, I'm in the middle of a cutscene. I'm in the middle of a cutscene. I'm in the middle of a cutscene. I want this man. I want this man to come home with me. Oh no, there's a... Okay, get in the boat. Oh, damn it. Milton, you ruined my chances. Bastard. Absolute menace society. My boat! My boat got left behind. I got my boat. Okay, we're good. We're good. How much sand did I manage to get? That's not as much as I wanted. Dang it. Okay. That sucks. How much sand did we manage to get? Not a lot. Not a lot yet. 2 stacks and 17. That's better than nothing. That's probably more than enough, actually. But, like, what if I need glass later? Something. You never know. Okay, whatever. Let's just have them in the for now, and we can deal with that later. And the string is also coming to the pressure ring. Okay. So then, yeah, so I've been trying to get back into playing Genshin. And I like the Archon quests. They're really pretty. They're really interesting. They have fun, pretty, beautiful cutscenes. The issue, though, is, or they have good CG, they have pretty CG art. But the issue is how long it takes to complete them, you know? Oh my gosh, it takes literal hours. I'm over here like, I don't have that. I have maybe like 20 minutes right now. My guy. Yeah. And so, it takes a while. And so, I could either do it when everyone's home and be constantly asked if I can go do a thing. Right now, I'm like, in the middle of something, in the middle of something, in the middle of something, or I could do it when they're not home, which is when I'm supposed to be recording. And then I'd have to deal with not being able to record or prep to record. And that's just annoying. And oh my gosh, I have not been prepping to record properly anyways, because I've been sleeping in because my dog lately has been waking up at 8 a.m. and screaming her little head off at the front door, because apparently a house in our neighborhood is having an estate sale, selling all the furniture in the house, in that house, wherever, somewhere in our street. So that means that there's a bunch of strangers in our neighborhood that the dog does not recognize. The dog is going nuts. And I keep trying to tell the dog, I don't see anything out there. The dog does not believe me because the dog hears something going on. And it's just like, what the heck am I supposed to do in that situation? I do not know. Yeah, and so I'm just dealing with that. And so that's annoying. I mean, it's frustrating, but what can you do? What can you do? Let's see if we can find any more reservability. If we can complete as many of the flower quests as possible, that'd be great. And they'll just be there if I ever need them. Which I'm probably not gonna need them. But you never know. What if I need them for, like, decorating? Or making colorful dyes? Or whatever. I don't know. That one? I don't remember seeing this one before whenever I was clearing up the trees. Skip more Oakwood. I got sticks and that's cool. Anyways, so then I've just been, working on random things here and there, trying my best. This flower forest has so many flowers. It's also really dark, which means that creepers and skeletons and stuff keep spawning And that is super annoying because I keep blowing up the pretty mountain. And that's supposed to be my job. I'm supposed to be the one that's ruining the scenery, cutting down all the trees and stuff. But whatever. It's fine, it's fine. It's okay, it's okay. Anyway, so then, what was I talking about before? I forgot. Oh, yeah, Genshin. So I've been trying to get back into playing Genshin. But I really need to be recording Danganronpa videos because it takes an hour to record because gameplay is so dang long. So I need an hour for this series, for that series. But the issue is the fact that an hour is a lot to be asking from me to record a video. That also means I can't record multiple videos in, oh no, in one day because I really don't have a lot of time. And January is like a slow month for certain workplaces, and so Mama has been being sent home early due to labor and not enough customers, and so that means I have even less time. Sometimes she's getting sent home like 2 or 3 hours early, and she doesn't work that many hours to begin with. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, and so because of that, I have even less time that I can record Danganronpa. I should be taking any chance that I can get to do so, but I just can't bring myself to do so. I'm so very tired. And it's a lot of reading for that game and a lot of thinking. But I do have Saturday's video for this week, I think. Because I did pre-record 3 videos at one point. I just need to get the last video for this month and then start next month's videos. It feels like it's going to be such a pain. I don't want to deal with that. There's a spider. I ran out of torches. Hello? Zerbly. Anyways, so I'm just struggling with trying to figure out what the heck to do about that. You know, because there's only so much you can do in one day. Only so many hours. And, yeah. I'll try to figure something out. Maybe I should start just recording the Danganronpa videos at night. The thing is that I sometimes get way too loud in certain games, and I'm not sure if Danganronpa might end up being one of them. Because if it is, I definitely won't be able to record at night. Then I'd get in trouble for constantly screaming without meaning to. Sometimes I scream when I'm startled, and sometimes I get very loud whenever I get excited. And so it's just this thing of what do I do? What to do? You know? Any more Azuri blues? Yes, there's some more here. Spider. No, spider. No spider. No Sferasti. Pick up the fireplace. May I pick up the fireplace, please? I did not. Run away. Help. Spider. Speeder. Where did the speeder come from? Anyways, so then it's just a constant thing of difficulties, you know, because whatever. I am determined to continue playing Danganronpa and complete the game as best as I can. But there is one issue with one of the series. And I don't remember if I mentioned this in the video or not. But I broke one of the mod packs while pre-recording one of the series. And it's not great. I cannot fix it because I stupidly forgot an instruction that of something that I was not supposed to do. So I have short because I don't always use my brain. Sometimes I'm just like, oh hey, this might make things easier, and then I don't remember that I'm told, hey, don't do this thing because it'll break the game. And so then I'm just like, oh no, I broke the game. So what happened was that, and I'm not sure if anyone's aware of this, but this is like a warning. Don't use the void charm in the void trinket in the lost trinkets mod because it can break your game. It can block your game. Because so the way that the trinket works is that if you fall into the void, you'll get teleported straight back to your spawn point. Now the issue is that if your spawn point is if your spawn point is in the overworld and you're in a different dimension, then that means that it has to load into that other dimension and unload terrain and all that jazz, And that can sometimes result in it getting stuck. And so I had been playing Ocean Block, and I was, just doing the normal thing, making progress. And I was recording the last video for February, so I could take a break and not have to worry about videos, or at least that series, while I could try and think about what I wanted to do for Valentine's Day special. Still have no idea. I might not do a Valentine's Day special this year, because I just cannot think of anything to do for it. Because the thing is, most of the dating sim games that I know of have that big beach on them, and I've done everything that I can think of for Valentine's Day specials in Sims 4, other than like buying the romance pack. I can't remember what it's called, and doing the online dating whatever thing, and trying to see how long it takes to get like my sim a sugar daddy or something stupid like that. So why the heck not? And I can't do that because I don't want to buy that pack. Like, like, maybe the clothes would be cute in it. Maybe I could use the clothes for cute characters. But the thing is, oh my gosh, that'd be such a pain to my gameplay already that I do this on my own. Because already certain packs have completely and totally ruined my gaming experience with The Sims. Like, growing together adds in some really cute things, but then also adds in infants, and infants are a pain in the A. And I don't want to deal with infants. But I also don't want to skip a life stage just because it's annoying, Infants are cute. The issue is that they can't do nothing, and it takes so long to try and complete all of their lifetime, their infant stage uh, milestone, whatever things, that more often than not, I've not been able to get all of the normal motor-related milestones completed before they age up. And I always have my game set to long, so that's saying something. Because it's just a pain in the butt. And sometimes your infant will learn a skill very quickly. And sometimes you're spending the entire thing just trying to get them to roll over onto their stomach, and they just won't. They just won't. It's like, what the heck am I supposed to do then? Why? I don't know where I am. I think I'm lost. Anyway, so then there's that whole entire issue. And I just don't know what to do about that. Anyways, yeah, so I might not do a Valentine's Day special because I don't have the money. And I'm going to have to put up a poll for the last week of February, on the day that the Ocean Block video was supposed to come out, reiterating again that I stupidly broke the pack and that we're gonna have to make a decision on what to do about it, because it is forever stuck on loading terrain. Yes, I have tried relaunching the game. I do not have a backup other than the one that I made to transfer Ocean Block from my old PC to the new one, and that one is months old, and so there's just no dang way to do anything. And oh my gosh, this place is huge. kind of want to explore this. My inner desire to explore random caves is making me want to go in here. My deep-seated fear of darkness and what could be lurking in it is making me nervous and not want to go in there. I'm gonna make a waypoint. Big cave. We'll come back to that later. It'll be fine. Anyways, what was I saying? Alright, so yeah, so I've been trying to get back in the game. I'm probably not gonna do a Valentine's Day special this year, and I broke a mod pack. It sucks. I know. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. But what can you do? What can you do? But yeah, so the poll is probably gonna have the options of like restarting the mod pack all over again, possibly with a different map. Playing Ocean Block 2, moving on to another Skyblock-esque mod pack similar, and just ending Ocean Block early because I broke the pack. Or I guess I could also just put in the poll for me to take a long hiatus on the pack and try my best to catch up to where I had left off, so that we can then try and pick up where we had left off, even if some of the rewards that I get from doing that off camera won't be the exact same. At least it would be something, you know? I don't remember most of the stuff that I made, but I know that I can at least get on the quest book back to where I was. And I'd mostly have to do that in creative mode and try and just place everything back as best as I can to how they should be. Which granted would mean that I'd be missing a lot of stuff. It'd be a pain in the butt and super annoying, but what can you do when you break a pack? You break a pack, you gotta make up for it, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna try and start making backups after this for like for new series that I do, just to make sure that I don't make that mistake again. I'm not gonna make a backup for freaking Kalmon though. That pack is already cancelled anyways. I'm just playing until I get to episode 100, and so it doesn't really matter if I accidentally break that one. That just means that that one ends earlier than it already was intended, because of the fact that the pack that I'm using is not finished, and neither is Kalmon itself, to be fair. We've got a lot of placeholders in it, and a lot of mods to make up for its missing gameplay. And so there's that. And so there's Lilies of the Valley. I love Lilies of the Valley. They're so pretty. I wish there's more. I wish there was like more flower types, honestly, because they're just so cool. This place needs more flower types, honestly. I mean, I guess it makes sense there's not very many flower types. I mean, there's quite a few. And my sniffer has not been sniffing up nearly enough seeds. Well, actually, it probably would work better if I had, first of all, 2 sniffies. And 2, if I would just AFK in there and pick up the seeds. Well, I'm not AFK in there. I just hung out in his room and just picked up the seeds immediately. Because probably what's happening is that they're despawning before I come to collect them, because I don't go in there too often. Because, like, I don't want to get in his way, you know, of him doing his sniffy thing. Ow. I seem to be lost. I seem to be very, very lost. I don't know how to get back home. How do I get home from here? There's only one solution to being lost like this, and that is relying upon respawning and reincarnation to just get back home that way. Hello, darkness, my friend. Why is that not working? Probably because I have the electro on. If I had $1 for every time I failed dying by jumping off something, I might have probably like $2 out, which isn't a lot, but it feels like quite a bit, all things considered. Anyways, maybe I should add more arcade games to the restaurant, because last time I saw Quevey asked if I added anything new to the application. I was like, no, not really, because like it's pretty much done. There's really not much to add other than maybe more arcade games. But at the same time, the arcade room location is not very big, and so there's not much room to be able to put stuff in there, you know. But I guess I could try, I suppose. I don't know. Anyways, I'll show off the sugarcane room when I finish it. I just need to continue working on it. And it's late, and I'm tired and confused. And still need to come up with how I'm gonna work around all my issues that keep popping up from just everything going on. Okay, I'll see you guys next week, or whenever my Van Atlas get on and I can get them to do the Christmas special with me. Whichever comes first. Whichever comes first. Bye-bye.